Hi guys, Nyoro Nyoro this. So today, this is a special edition. I'm going to have Sai-san for this interview. Alright, so how are you doing today?
Hello, thank you for offering to make a video with me. I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I am doing very well. Thank you for asking. では、ここから聞いてみたいという質問を英語ネイティブのサイさんに聞いてみたいと思います。Alright, the first question for me is, what is the most popular like picture book when you are young? I hope I can get the book and then practice English.
The one that I read as a kid a lot, it was called The Very Hungry Caterpillar, and it's about a caterpillar who eats all the food that it sees, and then it becomes a beautiful butterfly. I think a lot of people read that, but that was my favorite.
Wow, it's the kind of same culture here in Japan as well. I mean, we call harapeko aomushi in Japanese, and then it's really popular here in Japan. And then I think most of like the families or schools has that, so I'm pretty surprised. Okay, now I want to talk about the school life in elementary school. So it depends on the locations in Japan, but usually we have probably like 40 students in a class, and I'm kind of curious about the system in the States.
I would say that it definitely depends on where you live, but where I lived, elementary schools, it's ranging from kindergarten to 4th grade. Sometimes there's more grades, sometimes there's less, but that's just my school and how it was run. And usually we would have one teacher that would teach us every subject, and in the classes there would be like 20 to 30 kids, and yeah, that's really how it works. It's definitely different because some schools are private, but I never went to a private school. I always went to public schools, so I'm not quite sure how those work. I said that sometimes there are more grades and sometimes there are less because depending on where you live and how many kids are there, sometimes they will split the grades up into more schools, because where I live there's a lot of kids. So in my elementary school, it was kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, and 4th grade. And then we had to have a whole separate school for 5th and 6th grade, just because of how many kids were there. But I know some places have kindergarten to 6th grade, and then they go to middle school. But I had a 5th and 6th building, and then a middle school building, and then high school. So it gets a little confusing, but it really just depends on where you live and or how many people are there.
It is really interesting here that you have a building for 5th and 6th grade, and we don't really have it. We have a building for kindergarten, and then the 1st grade to the 6th grade, and then we call it like middle school, junior high school, and then high school. But we don't really have it in one place. So if you go to that, like kindergarten or like elementary school, do you usually go to the like a related school, like middle school and high school, or do you choose to go to different schools?
Usually after you go through your kindergarten to whatever grade your school has, like 4th, 5th, or 6th, you will go to whatever school is the closest to you. But if that doesn't work out for you some reason, like say your parents have to work somewhere else so they can't take you, or the bus will not bring you to that school, you can open enroll into a school that is not near you, but you are not guaranteed a spot, because if the school gets filled up by people who live there, like live near it, and you do not live near it, there could not be a spot for you, and so you won't get in. So you can choose which school you go to area-wise, but usually you just go to one like near you. And where I am, when you go to high school, you just have to go wherever is closest to you. But I do not live in a big city, but I want to say in New York City, you do pick which high school you want to go to and you enroll into a high school. But where I'm from, you just go to the nearest one to you.
Wow, I think that's a big difference between Japan and America. You don't have to go to high school. I mean, you're not obligated. You have to take the exam, and if you pass the exam, you can go like whichever school you want to go to. I think until the junior high school, it's kind of same system in the States. You just go whatever school near you. So does that mean that you gotta go to the high school? Like, is it something like obligation in the States?
I think it is illegal to not go to school and like not go to high school until you are a legal adult, which is 18 here. I think that you can choose to drop out of high school, but here age 18 would really be like the last year of high school, I believe. So at that point you would have already done 3 years of high school, because high school is 4 years here. So I'm not sure if many people drop out, but I'm sure some people do. But I know that those first 3 years are required. But everything I just said applies to public school. I'm pretty sure that you do have to pay to get into most private schools, but because I didn't go to a private school ever, I'm not quite sure.
Wow, I didn't know that. I got smarter. Thanks for letting me know about it, and the audience. So for now, we're going to say bye. Alright, see you later.
Goodbye. Thank you for inviting me to do this. I liked learning about Japanese schooling and how they live their days, and I hope that you were able to learn some new stuff about the United States.
はい、ということで皆さんいかがでしたでしょうか。今回はサイさんに特別ゲストとして話をしていただきました。So today we had Sai-san as a special guest. I hope you liked this video, and if you liked this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Alright, bye bye!